All right. Well, if there are two things that we're sure of in our lifetime, it's death and taxes. And if you live in Toronto, traffic. And planning for life after working or your career has become quite the challenge, and it's redefined in the traditional sense.
And a new book out is hoping to get you back to work or getting you to work on taking back in some cases, financial challenges, but also the pitfalls that could derail your golden days. Joining us live this morning is Susan Reid, author of Revisioning Retirement, a workbook. Susan, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
When I first picked up this book, I thought it was going to almost be like a math equation where you sort of take the money you saved and work out how you sort of work your way through your retirement years. But what you're looking at isn't so much money, but almost like how you're going to enjoy your retirement and find some sort of purpose and like vision of enjoying it rather than just like, what are you doing for the rest of your life, isn't it?
Absolutely. The book really tries to take the old view of, basically that retirement was the end and turns that on its head, which is hopefully the idea that retirement is actually a brand new beginning with new meaning and giving purpose to people so that they can live out the next 20, 30, 40, who knows how long years, because of course people are living longer. People want more aligned, engaged chapters for their next chapter.
And you said that this is the book you wish you had because you kind of had a crisis moment from when you kind of retired and you were in shopping for groceries, fell down in the cheese aisle thinking, what do I do with my life? Because I think you found for most people, and research supports this, they want something to do. They want a passion or a purpose after they retire. And this book is really a kind of coach companion, but also a journal that people can really work through, right?
Absolutely. So the book is broken into 3 pillars, starting out with foundations, where one, it takes you through figuring out more about your authentic self. The second part is really about what you aspire to be in the future. So meshing those 2 things together, who you are authentically, your motivation set, your underlying values, and what values you might have for the future that you haven't maybe had time to explore during your work career. So, and the third part actually leads you to come up with a vision statement to help guide you in a more clarified, tangible way to what you want to achieve with that aspiration.
Susan, it really seems to force people to be introspective and honest with themselves about what they really want to do with their retirement.
Yes, absolutely. So I think that it's easy when we're working during our careers to get, we're busy with children. It's a real roll up your sleeves time of life when you don't really have maybe as much time to think about what your authentic self really looks like and what you're aspiring towards. So it really does, ask you to sit back, pause, reflect, do a little journaling as well, as you mentioned, and take that time that you need to sort of refocus and reframe where you want to move towards.
And you are a vision coach, a vision kind of specialist. This is your area of expertise. Why is having that specific vision so important for bridging your reality to that?
Yeah, so just to unpack that a little bit. So it's true that I did, I worked for 30 years. Actually, all of my research was on vision for entrepreneurs and business owners. And the funny thing when I retired, as you say, was I had, that's what I realized. I went from 100 to 0 basically overnight. And I had absolutely no vision for what I wanted to do with my own retirement. So it made me sort of sit back and think, wow, I'm probably not the only person that's feeling like that at this point in my life. And in fact, the research would back that up. There's about 1.5 billion people in developed and developing economies right now who are of retirement age. And that number is going to double by 2050. So I think I'm certainly not alone. There are a lot of people out there feeling stuck. And having a vision gives them certainty for that period in life and a little comfort, I would say, too, but it also moves you towards that aspirational goal that can really, hopefully, bring you further and closer towards your purpose.
Really quickly, if I can, Susan, do you consider yourself retired because you're writing books, you're still doing, public speaking, that sort of thing? It's not, you're not just like, playing golf or doing following a certain passion. You're still working in a way.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm working quite hard these days because and it's funny because I finding what I really wanted to do, which was lighting the vision path for others, really lit a firecracker underneath me in terms of wanting to help other people find this path and understand the process better. So yeah, I'm working hard, but it's because I'm following my new vision and my new aspiration forward.
Yeah, and you also sold a massive apple cider company as well. So that was also part of a different vision you had for an apple farm you had. Susan, great meeting you. I know you have a book signing today at Queen's Books at 6:30 p.m.
Yes, at 6:30 p.m. That's 914 Queen Street East. So Queen Books, if anybody would like to come and join us, we'll be there for 2 hours. It's a little chat and a workshop as well for people that are joining us. And I also be back in Toronto at Toronto Public Libraries. October 2nd, they're doing a networking event for seniors, older adults, who are interested in networking and entrepreneurship.
Okay. Susan, great meeting you this morning. Good luck with the book. Appreciate this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the book.